morning. Welcome back to my channel. This is Nayando otra vez. How you been? Oh, I got a text message. Fuck. Oh, my sisters ain't shit. This is going to be a brief reading for Libra placements. Libra, whatever fucking placement you want. Just pick one. You want to stalk a Libra? Don't stalk people. I gotta stop saying that shit. Anyways, this is going to be a message for Libra placements. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, the information how to do so is in my bio below. Just send me a fucking email. I'm not doing the website shit right now. Just send me an email. I'll pull a reading for you, okay? But let's get right back into it. Make sure that you check your other placements, namely your rising or ascendant sign and your moon sign if you want a fuller message. If you don't know how to find that, Google it. Okay, let's get into it. So, Spirit, what message do we have for Libra placements? I'm hearing New York for some of you guys. New York could be significant. Durga Kalika. You going through a challenge right now, Libra? I'm hearing kerfuffle. You could be having a clash, creative clash, or a clash of ideas with somebody right now. Your card reads, in unusually challenging situations, the way we have supported ourselves during more ordinary times are insufficient. We need to be open to divine inspiration, protection, and proceeding in new ways. You and Aries had a similar reading. Here is a potent of unexpected success. Even if everything seems to be going against you, the tide shall turn through divine grace. Okay, so Libra, there is something that's going to call for you to be powerful on the inside. And the reason why you're going to need that inner power is because you are going to be shifted in a totally different direction. Or you are being shifted in a totally different direction, and it's necessary for you to follow that shift, okay? So it's like if you're feeling called, this also was in alignment with my collective reading. Maybe a bitch was really reading last night. Anyway, if you're being called to leave a place, my collective reading was talking more so about like leaving a group or a social circle or something like that. But if you're feeling called to leave or make a transition in a certain direction, and it might be kind of challenging for you, it might be creating difficulties for you, just know that the solution will be given to you as soon as you get out of the way, okay? So hold on one second. I'm hot. And it's warm in here. Meow. Sorry, I am on my cycle right now and I'm having heat flashes and I'm bloated and I'm just not feeling it, girl, okay? Anyway, so yeah. Also, there's something about you, I'm hearing taking a higher road. I'm not sure if maybe there are people that are trying to encourage you to do something toxic or like influence you to be more toxic, or maybe there's something toxic that you used to do that you're no longer trying to do. Just know that like as soon as you get out of whatever the toxicity is, you're going to have guaranteed success. Whatever it is that's trying to drag you back into it, you don't belong there anymore. And you actually have a reward, lots of rewards on the other side of whatever it is that you're leaving behind. So like let's say that you have to get a new job or a new manager for some of you guys. Like it's like, I don't know about a manager per se. I don't know. I heard manager. If you need to get a new manager, a new group, a new something like that, know that as soon as you leave or start moving or even start looking for something new, that's going to be given to you, okay? But you have to be decided that you're going to leave that prior location or that prior energy or that prior habit, whatever it is. You have to be decisive that you're going to do that and move in the new direction. That might be hard for you because you're a Libra. I love you down, but if you don't know what that means, is Libras are notorious for being indecisive. So we're going to need you to shift to your sister sign's energy, which is Aries, which Aries is very decisive. So it's like you can't be in that energy of like, okay, I'm going to kind of be over here and like I'm not really gonna move out of it, but like I plan on moving out of it. But then also I want this over here. You can't do the Libra thing, baby. This is a very fire oriented, no, we're going now. Because what you don't realize is that when you keep one foot into whatever this other side is, this side is a black hole. You can't keep one foot in a black hole, okay? So it's like you need to pull away and get away. That's what you need to do. That's what I'm getting so far. We're gonna keep going because I don't want this to be longer than 10 minutes, okay? If you want longer than 10 minutes, you call me. What message do we have for Libra placements? I'm hearing stop in the name of love before you break my heart. Think it over. Slow down time and nature. Some of you guys could benefit from going outside more. For others of you, creative accountability. You need to. You are in control of what happens in your life for the most part. There are things that are outside of your control, but you know what those things are, okay? And what I'm kind of getting is that this whole transition phase of whatever it is that you're moving into is going to require, like I said, a lot of decisiveness and accountability from you. Let me read this card. Where it's almost kind of like maybe, this isn't shade because I'm hearing shade and I'm not throwing shade at you, Libra. You know I love the fuck out of you, all right? Um, Okay, if you're dealing with a creative block, this might be a good thing for you. So it says you're the artist of your life and your life is a canvas. Take responsibility for your ability to create. Earth is known as a planet of manifestation. Your present moment is based on your past thoughts and beliefs. Your current thoughts determine your future. What kind of life do you want to create for the future? What are you being called to create? Reconnect with your manifesting power and align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with the vibration that matches them. It's never too late to start, and no experience is required. All you need is an open heart and mind and consistent daily action. If you're not sure what you'd like to create, start instead with a feeling of deep gratitude for all that's good in your life right now. State out loud what you're most thankful for. Look for the good in your life, and one thing will be certain: you'll find yourself attracting more and more good experiences into your world. This card is inviting you to see your entire life as a canvas, and the picture is completely up to you. Color it with your thoughts and feelings. Create the life that you most long to live. You may also be called to be more creative in your everyday life. What have you been called to create? How can you express yourself more creatively? Some of you guys, if you're in a creative block, I'm hearing getting outside, doing things with other people, going on hikes, enjoying nature, enjoying life is going to give you that spark back, okay? Isolation is not going to do it, and isolation is where we start forming bad habits, okay? But I'm getting that, like, whatever it is that you are being called to do, it's almost giving me like an identity transformation. Um, and what's really going to get in the way is your thoughts. So it's like you're going to have to start reframing your thoughts. Some of you guys might have an anxiety disorder. I'm hearing that. So it's like you're going to have to start reframing your thoughts and self-soothing, um, and stop thinking about the worst possible outcome and start. It's okay to overthink the good things too. It's okay to overthink the best case scenario as well, right? So like let's say for example that you really want something, but you're afraid to take the action to go get it because you're like, oh my god, what if I fail? What if you don't fail? What if you like succeed? Let's say you want to make a move on somebody, right? And you're like, what if they reject me? What if they don't? What if they don't? Especially because you might be getting signs that like good things are coming to you, or you might actually have good things in your life right now, but because of your anxiety, your depression, or your mental framework, you might be sabotaging those things and then dragging yourself back into a past energy that doesn't serve you anymore because you're really deserving of the beautiful things that are in your life now, but you don't think that you are, and that's part of the problem, okay? um let's get into the tarot real quick because I'm at like 8 minutes and I wanted it to be shorter than 10 minutes. So what message do we have for Libra coming out? Yeah, New York. I'm hearing fucking concrete jungle where dreams are made of. I'm not singing that loud. You could be living with a Capricorn right now, or a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Yeah, so Libra, you're being called to ground your emotions. That's what I'm seeing here. You are a very emotional person, um, but you might direct those emotions into a negative space. For some of you guys, you could be dealing with some toxic habits. That's what I'll say with the Devil card here. But it's almost kind of like you keep yourself in this loop of toxicity, but it's because like you don't think of either you don't think of solutions, you just think you're in the situation that's making you anxious and you just kind of float in that anxiety, and then because you're floating in the anxiety, shit gets worse. So like let's say for example, this happens to me sometimes, like let's say for example you have a bill to pay and like you don't have the money right now, right? And instead of trying to figure out a solution, maybe figuring out a payment plan, doing something to make a little bit more money, you're just kind of spaced out in paralysis. Like, oh my God, I have this bill and it's due and I don't have any money for it and I gotta wait and I da-da-da-da-da and then this is gonna fall apart. And you're so busy like marinating in the negativity or the anxiety that like you could have been done something to fix it, if you would get out of the anxious state. Does that make sense? It's almost giving such a weird siren. It's almost giving learned helplessness. I'm not sure if that resonates for you. Look it up. But it's almost like you don't realize how powerful you are, how much control you have in a situation because you're always so focused on your anxiety. It's like you're not mitigating those anxious thoughts and you're numbing those anxious thoughts, or maybe you're too busy trying to block out emotions that you can't address anything. So it's, some people would say, okay, like I say this a lot, like and not to bring it here, but people that think that emotions are a sign of weakness typically don't grow much because emotions are a big part of your inner compass. So you have to know how you feel about something to know what's really going on around you. And sometimes it is trauma. Sometimes it is a trauma response. This is going to be longer than 10 minutes. Some of you guys really have bad anxiety, okay? But it's giving, like, even if you have a trauma response to something, that doesn't mean that you have to numb that out. It's like you're having a trauma response. What is your body trying to tell you right now? Instead of running away from what that feeling is, what is your body trying to tell you? Okay? So if your body is telling you, I feel unsafe. Okay, why do you feel unsafe in this situation? What about this specific situation is making you feel unsafe? Are you genuinely unsafe right now? Yes or no? If the answer is no, then okay, what is triggering this response or reaction in you? Because escaping the emotion is just going to keep you in the same situations and the same cycles forever, okay? So it's like you need to be able to sit in whatever the emotion is, whatever the anxiety is, and unpack it. That's really what it's kind of giving me, is unpack it, write it down. Like, let's say that the way that you've learned to protect yourself now becomes a deterrent, because what if this person is not trying to hurt you? Well, I can't tell that because the behaviors look the same. So it's like the knee-jerk reaction is to pull the plug because I don't feel safe. But if I can sit in not feeling safe and unpack why I'm not feeling safe, then maybe I can resolve the issue with that individual. And then maybe they will understand how I'm feeling, and then that gives them the opportunity to change the behavior that's making me feel unsafe. Now, if after I communicate that, if they continue to do the thing that makes me feel unsafe, then I have more grounds to be like, okay, well then this person, I didn't freak out, I didn't pull the plug, they did not address what it was that was making me feel unsafe, and I'm still feeling unsafe from the situation. So now I can make a grounded decision. It's something like that, Libra, where it's like you need to learn how to sit with a certain kind of discomfort to be able to outgrow wherever you're stuck from, okay, or whatever you're stuck in, all right? We're at 15 minutes now, so let me get some final messages for Libra. Yeah, some of you guys might be making the same mistakes over and over and over again, but if you keep working your way out of it, you're going to have a lot of success, especially in whatever project that if you have a passion project that maybe you're like worried that like, oh, is it going to perform well? It's going to perform well, okay? Even if it's different from what you're used to, it's going to perform well, so don't have any doubt about that, all right? Whatever it is that you're afraid of doing, do it, because it's going to work out for you, all right, Libra? And then maybe you need a meditation practice or some healthy way of coping with your anxiety, because I'm seeing you kind of rush when you're anxious, or doing things that you regret, or maybe not doing something and then regretting it because you're anxious. So it's like when you're anxious, you need to learn deep breathing, pranayama, something to be able to calm down your anxiety so that you can actually think clearly. That's really what I'm getting from you. But yeah, that's, especially if you're like in a moment of transition, that might be really triggering your anxiety right now, Libra. So you definitely need some healthy way of coping while you're transitioning from one phase of life to another, okay? That's what I have for you. This was longer than I intended. I am sending you so, so much love. Hopefully I'll see you soon, and take care, you guys. Bye. Ooh.